are just a couple miles east of the LAX airport, just off the 405 or the 105 at the beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They will run for the first time here with White.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off play action. Kendrick. Flush to his right. And a dump off to White. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain. Because the offensive guys, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
To throw on second down, Kendrick. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the handoff, this is White. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
To throw on third down, Kendrick. Flushed out right. He completes it to Boyd. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kendrick. He'll get that out to the flat to right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on them until things change.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's third down. They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them.
You must train on John's new playbook out for y'all asses, and you can't be watching my plays.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up to the 10. Jesus. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Kendrick throwing the out route incomplete. That's Beck. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line.
Yeah, basically.
After 7-0.
It's a different, I mean, it's the same playbook, just different things I'm trying out.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's White. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Big hold of the 30. And some room to work. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try to cover him before he gets going.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6. At the Chargers, 38.
Off play action. Kendrick. That's complete to White. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy.
It's for you, man. I'm gonna have
out of bounds.
to. I mean, I'm gonna have to switch it up now that you're watching, but
now on 1st and 10.
You're doing a bunch of quick passes against you.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. A.J. Epinesa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he'll take this one down to the 37.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you get ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for White on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going in the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
I think the funny thing is he has Jonathan Taylor, bro.
Because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Taking it right down Broadway. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA! Touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now that deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point splits the uprights.
That was nice.
The lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
They were just trying to get their offense a little more down near the goal line.
Ask Reese. Actually, I'll check after this.
To throw from his end zone, Kendrick. And that one too far in front.
But it's like a fantasy league. But we like in year. We're like in year 5, 4, 3, 1 of them.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving.
Man, can't nobody stop my running back.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man. It's White. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
A gain of 15. First down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
throwing on first down. Kendrick, short little throw to Ebron. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd and 1. He completes it right side of the lane. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Running out of the gun with White. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw. Kendrick, flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain.
Because he keeps using man. I can't stand man defense, bro. None of my wide receivers break it.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now they'll switch it up here. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Just keep playing man defense against me. Like, bro, they clearly know it's overpowered. Like, what
about to
are you
get
doing?
going. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big gain that time for the Chargers. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. They'll try to
already know what's coming, bro.
And he can only manage to get a couple.
Already know what's coming.
Coming up.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And now there's a deep shot that's complete. And
he was running.
In for a Charger touchdown. Vincent Smith with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10.
Chargers 14, Packers 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Kendrick. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
He proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down, here's White. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Dancing to his left. He finds his man, complete. That's back. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A great play there. 35 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. They'll try and throw for it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space.
You got to stop Jonathan Taylor. I mean, this is ridiculous how he just run over us.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
Gotta stop him, bro. He gonna run.
They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Trey Flowers there on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
On 1st and 10, Kendrick. Throw left side complete. That's White. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Kendrick flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Looking to throw. Kendrick. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers use the short field to get in for 6. They'll look to throw. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're breaking it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now ball going to be intercepted yet again. Marcus May with a pick. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll run on 1st down. Hawkins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Kendrick. This is complete to Hawkins. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. On a handoff, it's White. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Packers on 3rd down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. It's caught. This is White. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's Hawkins, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
If I don't adjust to stopping the run,
maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every
just
little
can't
bit
do
helps
it.
when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Can't do it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Touchdown, LA! And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the fourth.
It's ridiculous, man.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. And you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Looking deep here for Ebron. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now he'll let it go deep left side. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll leave this one for White. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Off play action. Kendrick sliding out of the pocket. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14.
Chargers 20.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown.
Good catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing, Burrow. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of